Good Boys is the newest comedy from the guys who brought you Superbad and Neighbors, except not really. You see, it was written and directed by a guy named Gene Stupnitsky, who co-wrote it with another guy named Lee Eisenberg, and they had nothing to do with Superbad or Neighbors. Still, it is produced by Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg, who are the masterminds behind Superbad, Neighbors, and other great comedies like This Is the End and Pineapple Express. And you've all probably heard of it by now. Good Boys is the new Superbad, except instead of high school kids trying to look for booze to bring to a party so they can get laid, it's about a group of middle schoolers who are trying not to get grounded so they can go to a kissing party. And naturally, hilarity ensues. By far and away, the best thing about Good Boys are the trio of kids. Max, Lucas, and Thor, respectively played by Jacob Tremblay, Keith Williams, and Brady Noon. Jacob Tremblay continues to impress me ever since his breakout role in Room. No, not that Room, the one with Brie Larson, just Room. As for the other two kids, they were great. Keith Williams as Lucas is the one to look out for. Anytime this kid opened his mouth, people were roaring with laughter. He's such an innocent person, and when you throw him into a raunchy Seth Rogen comedy, funny shit is gonna happen. Brady Noon as Thor is probably the most interesting part of this movie. From what I saw in the trailers, I just thought he was gonna annoy the shit out of me. He came across as loud and obnoxious, but he ended up being one of the more sweet aspects about Good Boys. And you come to learn things about him that I wasn't expecting, and I ended up appreciating that. I will say, however, as a comedy, the movie very rarely made me burst out with laughter. There were a few moments that were very funny, but I mostly just found myself chuckling for most of the time. But it's probably just me because literally every single person in the theater was roaring with laughter. People were gasping at all the shocking moments, as you would expect in a R-rated comedy starring children. Even so, Good Boys was a very enjoyable time, if only just for the chemistry between the kids, and at the end of the day, that's really what matters. One last thing about the jokes, it sort of reminds me of Sausage Party, where you see these family-friendly characters, and the whole gimmick is seeing them make sex jokes and swear and fuck and all that good stuff. And Good Boys sort of does the same thing with children, except unlike in Sausage Party, it never got old in Good Boys. Sausage Party was about an hour and 10 minutes too long. It worked as a 3-minute short as a trailer, but not so much as a feature film. Good Boys was funny beginning to end. I personally didn't find them the most hilarious, laugh out loud, rolling on the floor laughing kind of funny. It's still enjoyable. Make sure to leave a like and consider subscribing if you want to see more of these videos.